Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir et bonjour. Pour ceux qui regardent la rediff à l'heure qu'ils veulent. Ah, enfin un bon jeu. Le son est un peu fort, hein, je l'ai baissé pour vous, j'espère que ça ira. Je vais faire un petit test son vite fait. Attendez, merde. Attendez, je vais faire un petit test son pour moi vite fait, s'il vous plaît, attendez. Je vais juste voir si la musique est pas trop forte par rapport à ma voix, hop. Son... j'ai oublié de mettre... non, c'est ça, c'est ici. Mélangeur de volume, hop. Allez, il faudrait que j'écoute au même moment, hop. Voilà. Ok, donc ça a l'air d'être plutôt bon au niveau du son pour vous. Peut-être que je mettrai un peu plus fort, mais je crois que la musique est trop forte. Et sinon, le reste, ça va. Le reste, ça va. Allez. Vous avez bien vu, du coup, on part sur Metal Gear Solid 3. On va partir sur ça. Hop. Allez. Nouvelle partie. Comme fois que je joue, j'aime normal. Oui, j'aime plus MGS1 que MGS2, hein, désolé. Je vous laisse avec la cinématique.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Comme à notre habitude, je vous laisse avec la cinématique. Vous profitez de cela pour le départ. Merde, l'URSAF est à mes trousses. Ah, je déconne.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Tu parles à un professionnel, gamin. Fais gaffe à ce que tu te dis. Occupe-toi de tes oignons.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Tout le budget est parti dans ça, notamment finir le jeu, voilà.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, wings and fly. God be with you.
On va enfin pouvoir jouer à un bon jeu.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Uh.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Now, don't get cocky, this isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Donc pour ceux qui n'ont pas compris, MGS3 se passe avant MGS2 et avant MGS... il me semble. C'était avant MGS1. Ou après MGS1 ?
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
MGS3 c'est en 1991.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Ah non, c'est en 1964, pardon, Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 3, pardon. Donc c'est avant qu'il devienne le Big Boss. Metal Gear Solid 2, c'est passé en... 1999. Non. Non, parce qu'il y avait déjà le bug de l'an 2000. En 2007. 2009 du coup sur le Big Shell. Donc Metal Gear Solid 2 est le plus récent en termes de... Enfin, il y en a d'autres, c'est des Metal Gear Rising, etc. C'est beaucoup plus récent. Mais en termes de lore sur le Big Boss, MGS3 est le préquel de tout ça. C'est l'une des premières missions de Dave. Non, c'est même pas Dave, c'est C'est le Big Box, donc c'est même pas Dave, c'est... comment il s'appelle? Merde, j'ai oublié. Pas Cypher, non? Big Boss. Non, c'est pas Cypher, Big Boss.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
Naked
From
Snake.
here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major Tom.
This will be a sneaking
Major
mission.
Dom.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality.
Ok.
In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85.
Ah, comme le colonel.
I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Got your backpack. I need my backpack. Ok, donc c'est toujours R1 pour voir en première personne. Désolé, j'ai des... Et cette fois-ci, nouvelle nouveauté du coup sur les MGS, on peut vraiment tourner autour du personnage avec la caméra. C'est pas une caméra forcée. Je crois qu'il y en aura quelques-unes vite fait, mais la principale chose, ce sera des caméras libres. Pilule de réveil. Pilule des services espionnage développés par CIA de se réveiller d'une mort simulée. Utilisez l'aile de A dans la fenêtre. Un aliment équilibré. Appuyez sur X pour tenir relâché pour jeter. Pour le tenir relâché pour jeter. La durée de pression sur la X déterminera la distance de tir. Pour le combat rapproché. Appuyez sur X pour balafrer. X, je crois que c'est carré pour moi en fait. Et sur le stick gauche pour le poignarder. Appuyez de façon répétée pour faire un combo. Ok. Ah regardez, il sort du pied. Bon, il se téléporte de la main au pied, mais c'est le plus important. Alors, il avait dit qu'on pouvait le voir d'ici. Hop. Je crois qu'on peut se déplacer accroupi, non, maintenant? Ah non. Soit couché, soit debout. C'est logique d'un côté. Hop là.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
145-73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure, but what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the
faux,
job
ce qu'ils disent quand même.
done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms,
C'est fou,
constantly
n'empêche
changing with the
vraies phrases qu'elle
times.
dit. Elle dit pas
As
des
long
conneries,
as we
hein.
have
C'est fou.
loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your
Ah oui.
code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero
Marrant qu'il
backing
ait
you
le
up,
même
you'll
nom
be fine.
que
Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah,
celui de MGS2.
I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat,
Il va
huh?
reprocher, ouais.
I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
J'en ai noté des numéros. J'en ai
Snake,
noté 3.
try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Ah, donc il commence avec un USP, c'est un USP.
Commencing
Avec un
virtuous
USP.
mission now.
Alors, oh, mais c'est noté automatiquement. Oh, d'accord. Oh, autant pour moi. Excusez-vous, excusez-moi. Alors, hop, sac à dos. Attendez, il y a tout dedans, là? Ah, il y a tout dedans, directement. Mon capteur qui détecte le mouvement d'un objet ne détecte pas les objets stationnaires. Consomme des batteries lors de son utilisation. Ah! Capteur qui détecte la présence d'animaux à l'aide d'ondes sonores. Appuyez sur pour mettre une onde. Ok, sur L. Consomme de la batterie. Fait une dépendance importante et gravement à votre santé. Ah. Mort simulée. Il détecte une forme de vie humaine sans équiper pour utiliser. Ok. Donc là j'ai moins une cap 22. J'ai un micro directionnel. Ok. Attendez. Ok. Quelque chose là? Ouais. Je vois. Voilà, je peux le garder. Capturer un animal vivant. Ah! Il est où? Nourriture. Ah, il est dans un autre truc. Iton réticulé, capturé vivant.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length.
10 mètres.
Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer
Ah
and
oui,
pigs.
donc moi aussi,
Their
quoi.
most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Quoi?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Putain, moi aussi, en vrai, j'aimerais bien goûter. J'aimerais bien goûter ça, moi aussi. En vrai de vrai.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer. Then select camouflage and press the enter button.
Oui.
Select uniform to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Vous allez voir qu'on peut faire des dingueries en camouflage. Alors. Hop. Et voilà. Allez voir. Yes. Vous voyez qu'en haut à droite, il y a un pourcentage de camouflage. Et quand je suis couché, hop, 85%. Je peux être à 100% de camouflage presque. Et il me faut débloquer ces tenues-là. Marée des Dremoshig. c'est toujours le même bouton pour viser. Ok, ça c'est une grenouille là. Qu'est-ce que ça me dit sur les grenouilles comme ça?
I see you've caught a tree frog. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But
oui.
seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think about?
Ah oui.
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
Il faut que
So,
je mange.
how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah,
Well, I guess it's probably okay.
probably.
I don't know. The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty useless guide, if you ask me.
Well, try one for dinner and you can help improve it.
Oui, c'est vrai. Est-ce que je peux ouais, je peux retirer le... Oh, le bruit! Ah oui, ça a alerté les oiseaux autour et tout, hein. Oh. Je peux me rapprocher ou pas? Ah ouais.
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge.
Oui, ça je sais.
It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs.
Ok. Calmer ce croco là. Allez, allez. Faut le tuer. Allez, il était long à tuer, lui. T'en penses quoi?
I see you've captured an Indian gavial. The Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So, how do they...
Taste? Yes, I did look into that. You know what they always say. Tastes like chicken.
Sounds delicious.
But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
Oh oh. Faut que je fasse quand même attention à eux parce que à tout moment ils peuvent m'attaquer. Ok. Hop. Alors. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Aouh. Faut pas que je la marche dessus, mais je peux les couper, mais je peux pas leur marcher dessus. Par contre, lui, il s'est réveillé, lui. Wouh! Mais punaise, pourquoi il se réveille? Là, il se réveille pas, là. Voilà. Ah, et qu'est-ce qu'il y avait là, du coup? MK22 silencieux. Ah, un autre silencieux, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alors, attendez.
Snake, you will encounter Baltic hornets' nests in that area. Baltic hornets are a variety of hornets that inhabit that area. The difference between them and other hornets is that they produce honey in their nests. Inside the nests are larvae, pupa, and adults. You can eat them all. In particular, the honey you find inside the nest is delicious and full of nutrients. It's easy to digest and helps pep you up when you're feeling tired. In short, it's the perfect survival food. Honey can also be used as a burn ointment. When honey is applied to a burn, it creates a protective coating over the skin.
Cool.
When you knock down a hornet's nest, a burn ointment will appear along with it, so don't forget to pick it up. Of course, the hornets aren't going to give up their nest without a fight.
J'imagine.
If you knock a nest down, a large swarm of hornets will come flying out, so be careful.
Comment je fais pour m'en débarrasser? Ok, tu m'en dis pas plus. Okay. Par contre, ça veut dire qu'il y a un... Ah oui, il y a un nid de frelon juste à côté. Si ça a attaqué le... On va essayer. Ok, on va ramasser ça. Gants. Une camelle de munitions pour 24. Ok, lui, il faut qu'il crève. J'ai besoin de sa nourriture. La chasse est importante, vous savez. Voilà, là on est très très bien. Ouais, rien d'autre ici, j'ai l'impression. On va pas s'amuser à tout prendre non plus, hein. Ah, au fait, je préviens au cas où pour ceux qui regardent l'épisode. Dans les rediffs. Ça va être le jeu où je vais prendre le plus de temps. Je le dis d'avance. Vous êtes prévenus. On peut le visualiser comme ça et tout. C'est bien. Ok. Calorie mate. Sac à dos. Qu'est-ce que j'ai? Ah, j'ai pas de... Ouais. Pour l'instant, j'ai pas de bandage ni rien. Hop. Ok. Calme-toi. Voilà. Cache pleine. Ah. Cache pleine. Est-ce que si je mange, ça me redonne de la vie? Oh merde. Nourriture. Du gaviel, par exemple. Récupération, moyen. Avait bon goût. Cache pleine quand même, ok. Attention à la nature. Hein. Donc on avance tranquille. Et c'est vrai que on garde les... On garde le visuel, etc. Qui est maquillage, camouflage. Donc c'est vrai qu'il peut y avoir des scènes assez rigolotes suivant
Major, I've spotted 2
vêtements.
enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Voilà, c'est l'équipement habituel. Donc la
Snake,
AK-47,
your
c'est
presence in
symbole
Soviet
de...
territory is already a violation of international law.
Oui, on le sait déjà.
You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer.
Je sais déjà.
The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Ok. Alors... Hop. Et ils ont une radio ici qu'on peut désactiver. Ok. Ok. Ah, on peut changer la vue, c'est vrai. En appuyant sur L3. Normalement, je peux les freeze, hein. On est d'accord? Il me semble qu'on peut les freeze. Vraiment, s'il passe devant moi, je dérape jamais. Il n'y a rien qui donne plus. Ah, il y a les feuilles qui donnent plus. 90%. Index de camouflage de moins 90%. C'est le succès que j'ai eu.
Who's that?
Freeze!
J'ai les mains. Attention.
No, wait!
Je sais pas ce qu'il m'a donné, mais bon.
Freeze!
Secoue-toi. Tchic tchic boum, tchic tchic boum, tchic tchic boum. Et je suis Sancho de Cuba. Et je danse le cha cha cha. Oh. Tchic tchic boum, tchic tchic boum, tchic tchic boum. Et il veut les décoller. Toujours comme ça qu'on fouille? Je sais pas si on fouille toujours comme ça. Je suis Sancho de Cuba. Ok. Ok. Allez, meurs. 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 Meurs maintenant. Meurs. Bon, il est mort. Ah, je peux le faire en étant debout. Pourquoi je suis en première personne? Tout à l'heure, j'étais pas en première personne quand je faisais ça. Là, je suis. Ah, c'est quand je suis complètement dans l'herbe, d'accord. J'étais pas complètement, c'est ça? Si, pourtant. 90%. Oui, il ou elle.
Huh? Who's that? Radio, we need backup.
Mais... il... On se tire. On se tire au plus vite. Fais chier. J'étais pas... J'avais pointé avec une arme, mais...
Is that him?
Le calme, oui. Et il fait de dos. Lol. Ok. Insecte.
Snake, see that fallen tree?
Yeah.
Ouais.
Check it out.
Why?
Just do it.
It's empty.
You can hide by lying down and crawling inside of hollow fallen trees. If you want to leave, just crawl out. Got it?
Yeah, but
But what?
was that the only reason?
What do you mean?
You had me check it just so you could tell me that?
That's right. Pretty useful, huh?
Right.
Shall we carry on?
By all means.
When you're inside a fallen tree, the view automatically switches to the intrusion view. Control is the same as normal intrusion. It's perfect for hiding from enemies. But if your enemies notice you going inside, you'll become target practice. So, be careful.
Même lui, il s'est demandé si c'était utile. Snake, oui quoi? Tu vois cet arbre-là? Ouais. Assis-toi dessus. Ouais. C'est confortable, n'est-ce pas? Ouais. Voilà comment tu fais pour te reposer. Ouais. Ok. Mais c'est pas bien, Snake. Ouais. Ah, je peux pas utiliser la fonction de guerrière pour l'instant.
HQ, HQ.
This is HQ.
Control here. Lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Ils sont autre part là, ils sont où? Ah, je peux me surélever même dans un truc, ok. Ouais, sans savoir. Ouais, un petit peu là. On dirait un champignon là. Juste en face. Il faut que je le ramasse. Peu importe ce que ça me coûte, il faut que je ramasse ce champignon. Et là, il veut pas me mettre en mode intrusion. Là, il me force pas à être... Ah si, là, il veut. Là, il veut pas. Ok, non mais je comprends rien. Ils sont là-bas, les copains. Ah voilà. Champignon. Oh, les secondes sont trop lents. Ah, ça va de plus en plus vite. Très très lent. Et ils font dodo depuis 3 heures quand même. Ils vont le laisser dormir jusqu'ici ou jusqu'au bout ou quoi?
HQ.
Huh?
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
Hein? J'ai entendu comme s'il était juste à côté. Pas fou, non? Et il y a 3 mecs qui dorment ici, quoi. Cette aberration ou quoi? J'ai l'impression qu'on peut... C'est ça... on peut... Enfin, que c'est direct du premier coup. Deux coups? Pas plus de 2 peut-être? Grenade. Peut-être un dodo ensemble là. Encore un silencieux, cool. Je vais les utiliser du coup, hein, vu que j'ai un silencieux de plus. Il va m'emmerder là s'il se cache pas. Ils se réveillent tous les uns après les autres. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est bon. Arrêtez de vous réveiller maintenant, hein, j'en ai marre. Genre, qui se réveillent comme ça en plein milieu de la nature, mais c'est quoi ça? Putain. J'ai failli me faire avoir, hein. Ok, là je commence à gérer. Faut avoir le truc... Vous savez, ça met du temps à venir, hein, le gameplay, tout ça. On peut faire une troisième fois ou pas? Pas une troisième pour l'instant. Peut-être plus tard, peut-être pas pour maintenant. Je vais le faire pendant un bon petit moment, mais... Grenade fumigène. Une cavale 2 maximum. Tu vas faire un gros dodo, mais bien planqué. Whoop.
I must be seeing things.
Ouais, t'as sûrement des visions, ouais. Fais dodo. Fais des grosses visions, là. Ouais, tu fais des grosses visions bien imaginaires, là. Voilà, fais ça. Dis que tu fais ça, d'accord? Ok. Ou les mots. Je vais me diriger par là peut-être? Attendez. Je vais voir d'abord s'il y a quelque chose que je peux manger, ramasser, c'est du genre là. Là, je vais manger là, hein. Voilà. Ah, que c'est bien. Je peux dire que c'est bon. C'est pas d'aliens? Bon. Je croyais qu'il y avait des aliens dessus. Voilà. Voilà. Là, on se casse. Ramasser des pommes, là, on est bien. Ah oui, c'est vrai que je peux choisir d'être soit dans les lunettes, soit non. C'est vrai que je peux l'emmerder avec les frelons. C'est marrant. Ce sourire... Ce sourire, mais... fourbe. Le gars, il est tellement heureux de cette roi, il fait « Oh, je vais tellement les boîtes aux chiens. » Hop. Hein? Ça me fait double d'une. Se mettre tous les deux à se mettre couvert. Ça souffle fort. Hop. Une partie, on dirait. J'ai l'impression d'avoir manqué des choses. Je regarde un peu en arrière parce que j'ai l'impression d'aller trop vite. Certes, j'ai vu qu'il y avait une pomme, mais je vais pas non plus m'emmerder avec une pomme. Je suis d'accord sur ça. Rien d'autre que j'ai manqué? Le bouton pour zoomer et dézoomer, ils ont changé, c'est un peu bizarre. Ah, il y a des champignons là. On peut pas. Ok. C'est parti, on avance.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
C'est le but de la discrétion, j'imagine.
I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood.
Okay.
Beginning my approach to the target.
Ok. On va faire quelque chose ici. Sauvegarder au cas
Saving
où.
the game, Snake?
Oui, s'il te plaît. Hop. Parfait.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
D'ailleurs, il y a des choses à me dire sur ce que j'ai ramassé.
I see you found some Siberian ink cap mushrooms. The Siberian ink cap is a mushroom from the ink cap family. Its life cycle is transitory. As soon as the spores mature, the cap starts to turn black, liquefy, and melt away.
And that's why they call it an ink cap?
That's right. It doesn't really turn to liquid, but you get the idea. In its immature state, before it melts away, it's valued as a source of food. Just be sure not to eat them while you're drinking alcohol.
Why's that?
Ink caps contain coprin, which inhibits the function of aldehyde dehydrogenase. This prevents the body from breaking down alcohol, causing a buildup of acetaldehyde.
Meaning?
Meaning it will give you the hangover from hell.
C'est ça. En gros, c'est...
What?
You think I'd drink alcohol in the middle of a mission?
Wouldn't you?
Hell no.
Well, I'm knocking a shot back now.
What?
Just teasing you. Oh, come on. Where's your sense of humor?
I need a drink.
C'est très chouette.
I see you have a calorie mate.
Calorie mate?
The thing you're holding now?
Oh, the little block that looks like a cookie?
Try it, it's pretty good.
Okay. But what is this thing? Never seen anything like it.
Calorie Mate is an energy supplement that contains all the proteins, lipids, vitamins, carbohydrates, and minerals needed for a balanced diet. It's a well-balanced food. Because of that, it's just perfect for giving your body the nutrition it needs in combat.
It sounds like a space-age food.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
C'est vrai.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the morning.
I've never been late for a mission.
Really? Aren't you always keeping people waiting?
Huh?
It's easy to keep track of your calorie intake and receive the nutrition your body needs, so it's good for losing weight, too. All of the geisha girls in Japan use it for watching their calories.
Is that why they're all so slim?
Right. And any diet where you eat nothing at all is bad for the body.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Oui, j'allais dire, c'est une
Yes,
otakon, elle
I
aussi.
love Japan.
Une otaku.
I see you found a Yabloko Moloko.
Diablo, what now?
Yabloko Maloko. It's a Russian name that roughly translates as milk apple.
Pomme de lait.
It's a type of star apple. The juice is thick and sweet, like milk, hence the name. And if you cut one in half lengthwise, you'll see a star-shaped ring radiating out from the center.
Hence the star apple.
Right. The star-shaped part has a gelatinous texture and is said to be especially tasty.
Sounds useful.
You're welcome.
For once.
Did you say something?
No, back to the mission.
Retour à la mission.
Eat food to recover stamina. Capture plants and animals to get food. I have information on the local plants and animals, so don't hesitate to ask.
Ok. Ok, là elle a fini de tout me dire ce que j'ai ramassé. Ah mais c'est intéressant de savoir tout ça. Ok. Pas d'arbre à monter derrière? Je crois pas. Ok. Tu peux avancer s'il te plaît? Oh. Bonjour. Hein? Bien, allez. Hop hop. Mission 24, voilà, ça me remet toutes les munitions. Ok, ok. On avance tranquillement. On va quand même sauvegarder parce qu'on a eu beaucoup d'informations.
Do you want to save?
Oui. Je veux pas qu'elle me redise tout dans l'ordre, alors... comme ça on considère que... Ah, elle m'a mis quand même 6 minutes de dialogue dans la gueule. Hein.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Oui,
never heard of
Nessie,
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon.
d'accord, ok.
And they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing.
Homme
And there
poisson.
was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine.
Oh.
I'll just get to the point, Snake.
La
Be
drague.
careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Oui, c'est toi qui as commencé, c'est vrai. Je suis témoin. Merde. Il est juste à côté, non? Oh putain. Fais dodo. Ok. Tac. Allez, mais mets-toi contre le mur. Merde. C'est quoi ici du coup? Fusil à pompe de calibre 12. Appuie sur X pour le tenir. Un carré. Relâcher pour tirer. Permet de pulvériser les ennemis. Ouais, j'imagine bien. Ici, le mieux ce serait éclat, carré, corse d'arbre apparemment. Quelqu'un au-dessus, non? Je crois qu'il y avait quelqu'un au-dessus. Il y en a un qui est là. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a au-dessus là? Munitions et des silencieux. C'est ce qu'il a dit l'autre, mais j'ai... Mais c'est quoi ça?
Huh? Who was that?
Who's that?
Hop. Allez, on se tire, on se tire. Ouais. C'est un historique ça. Oh bonjour. Comment ça? Ah bah oui. Eh oui. J'ai pas mis le M37. Quel remate. Attends, Cron, c'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est les... Ok. Ok. Là, on a fait du ménage. Ouais, bon, mais il y a beaucoup de monde, hein. Allez, allez. On va changer son camouflage. Œil de tigre. The eye of a tiger. Y'a pas un meilleur camouflage? Normalement c'est feuille. Ouais, feuille, ouais. Montre ton visage.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Oh. Ouais, sûrement un moustique qui t'a piqué. Voilà. Bon gros moustique. Donne-moi des trucs, toi. J'ai utilisé tellement de munitions, là. Dégoûté. Ah, mais il me redonne des munitions de M37, c'est très bien. Faut que je les endorme tous et c'est bon. Je suis tranquille pour 3 mois. Oui, c'est ça, t'as des visions. Et fais gros dodo. Merde, fais gros dodo. Voilà. Là, t'es bien, là. Là, tu fais un gros dodo. Ouh, bonjour. Bonjour, mon beau. C'est quoi, vas-y, je vais en manger un, là, une grenouille. Ah.
What's wrong?
Il y en a un qui court, là. Ils sont beaucoup trop ici. Par contre, les alertes, elles durent ultra longtemps. C'est fou. J'avais complètement oublié ça. Attention, attention. Je les entends partout là, ça me... Est-ce que Boss a quelque chose à me dire par rapport à ça? Pour peut-être baisser l'alerte plus vite. Aucune réponse.
Snake, Sokolov is imprisoned in the northeast.
Mais j'ai aussi tout ça. Tu m'emmerdes. Vous avez dû le dire, mais tu m'emmerdes là. C'est ce que je voulais comme info. Et parfois j'ai l'impression que l'alerte elle se remet à fond toute seule, mais peut-être parce que c'est quand il trouve quelqu'un d'endormi, je sais pas. C'est pas du tout. Ici, le meilleur c'est... Ah non, ça. Quand même assumer que c'est ça. Ah ouais. Pas moi, je n'habite au cinéma. Je m'appelle Raiden. Et que lui qui risque de me voir là. Voilà. Un gros dodo, là tu m'emmerdes. Oh. J'avais pas vu qu'il y avait le... Il y avait plus les silencieux. C'est quoi ça? Médic-vie. Ok. Sauf que tout le monde fait dodo là. MK22. Oh, la flèche dans l'œil là, ça peut faire mal. Et regarde dedans s'il te plaît. Prudence. Attendez une seconde. ça d'accord, mais... Et ouais... 70%. Si j'avais le visage... si j'avais le masque... Enfin, le masque... Oui, c'est ça, la peinture au rouge, je pourrais monter jusqu'à 80%, je crois, ici. Ah, ils sont tous... On est en train de découvrir des gens qui dorment. Ça a l'air d'être enfermé, monsieur. Je brûle des documents. Ça a l'air de bien se passer.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. Or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of
Bien
there.
ce que je me disais que on pouvait pas appeler The Boss, c'était bizarre. Ça fait très longtemps que j'ai pas vu enfin que j'ai pas refait l'histoire de MGS3, donc j'avoue que je redécouvre des trucs que j'avais complètement oubliés. Donc il risque de faire un moment où je fais ah mais oui ça y est je m'en souviens. Il essaie d'imiter là. Il va commencer à faire du Bruce Lee là. J'ai vu hein.
Freeze!
Ils l'ont attendu. Donc un piège.
So this is the legendary boss. Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Et voici
Sokolov is
Solot
ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Il y a trop quoi pour tirer lui.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Bien pris pour quelqu'un alors.
operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
C'est le problème, hein, ces armes-là.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Qui lui tire une fléchette, c'est toi? Oh, le combat rapproché il est nul, hein. Pas son fort au solo le combat rapproché.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Eh ben ça en fait des gens à terre.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
T'as quelque chose à me donner, toi, non? Souricière. Normalement, je risque rien, hein. Normalement. Attaque la paix, pas la guerre. Du genre. Toi, tu dormes. T'as quelque chose à dire? Non, rien à me donner, dis donc. Vous êtes des sacrés... Comment on appelle ça? Des radins. C'est le mot que je cherchais. Par contre, j'avais vu des casiers dans la chambre de Sokolov. Là. Il y a rien dedans. Ok. Et il y a une trappe en dessous. Je vais passer par-dessous la trappe. Vous voyez que j'aurais pu passer en dessous. En dessous, il y a des choses. Hop. Ouais, s'il te plaît. Nourriture. On va en manger un. Tasty. Ok. Ah, j'aurais pu sortir par la trappe, il me semble, ouais. Enfin, on dirait en tout cas. Je vais me diriger pour voir. Ah, peut-être que j'aurais pu l'appeler pour qu'il dégage le truc et... Ah, ça aurait été marrant. Faudrait que je teste ça en hors live. Ouais, je compte le refaire plus tard après le jeu. Mais... Je sais pas si je vais le faire en live ou hors live. En tout cas, ce sera pas une rediff qui sera sur YouTube. Parce que je considère qu'une fois que j'ai fait le jeu une fois, j'ai pas besoin de le refaire en vidéo du coup. Wow, 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 wow. Fais gaffe à toi quand même. Cache pleine. Elle mange ça. Grossir là. Was eux. Attention aux was eux. Alors, par où il serait parti? T'as vu qu'il y avait le flingue là? Il se met comme dans une position de femme à coucher, là, prêt à coucher. C'est marrant. Ah, il se casse pas la gueule cette fois-ci. Même en descendant? Ah ouais. Dingue. Il est parti où ce con?
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit. The intelligence...
Ok. Où est-ce qu'il peut se cacher? C'est état de mouvement. À gauche. Derrière. Oh, fais gaffe le serpent là. Vive quand il dégueule. Consomme de la batterie. Tu détectes cela ou pas? C'est derrière le portail. Ah non, il veut pas s'ouvrir. Rien, absolument rien ici. Dingue. Quand j'y pense, ce capteur cardiaque, je m'en suis jamais servi. Je m'en suis jamais servi dans MGS2. Le Lenovo Dono. Alors mon grand, qu'est-ce que tu fais?
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down.
Pour s'occuper.
I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask.
Look.
Wow. Sacré tank ça.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Let's go. C'est le boss.
Boss?
Ah mais en laissant
Good
des
work,
trucs comme ça...
Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets?
Shit.
my friends. Let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back,
Hein?
boss.
C'est le même
Now
perroquet
that all
que...
5 of us are together,
que Emma.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Camouflage optique. C'était un de ces fantômes du passé, un truc du genre.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples?
C'était quoi cette émote que...
Are we
C'est qu'il a
taking
fait
him with us?
Snake, là.
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Ah oui, quand même. Ah, déboîtage du coude, ça fait mal.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
C'est un sacré pauvre.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Ça l'est à Snake, hein.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Ok. Donc ce qu'on va faire... Ah mince, je peux pas le faire maintenant. Dommage. Je voulais me mettre d'abord à poil. Alors, coupure. Souffre d'une coupure profonde de saignement. Aucun pansement utilisé, pas encore désinfecté. J'ai encore rien. Et un petit pansement. Hop. Zut. Point de suture. Voilà. J'avais oublié de mettre ça. Ensuite, os fracturé. Aucun pansement utilisé. Coupure, coupure, fracturé, coupure. Ah, elle a fracturé l'os. Elle a pas déboîté l'épaule. Alors, il me faut une attelle. Os fracturé, zone blessée fixée en place, aucun pansement utilisé. Anti-rhume. Les empoisonnements. C'était les... Allez, ok. Coupure. 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 Infecté. Désinfecté. Désinfecté. Pansement. Ah mince. Os fracturé. Ah si, il faut quand même qu'il replace le bras. Il y a ça. Attention. Je me suis déjà replacé un genou déboîté, donc je sais pas ce que ça fait au coude, mais ça doit faire ultra mal. Il est quand même mal au point. Il a bien mérité de se reposer là.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Ça déconne pas, hein.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Hein?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Pourrait plutôt être sa fille, non? Que sa femme. C'est pas une mauvaise traduction, hein, c'est vraiment ce qu'il a dit.
She's a nice catch. I'll take
C'est une
her.
belle prise.
Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Ouais, déjà, ouais. Le gars est un peu impatient.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Directement sur la base militaire. Oh, la radioactivité dans la jungle là. Petite bombe Fatman là. Oups. Hop, oui. C'est bien, n'éteignez pas votre console. C'est rigolo. Merde. Non, j'ai passé sur le boulot.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Ah ouais, carrément. Ennemi de la
So how
nation
does it feel to be a
fail.
patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full operation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal, huh?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the Boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
are the Russians going to
Pour
be
ça qu'on
helping
sera
us?
abattu.
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Qui doit se prendre dans la gueule.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Mach 3. Hein. Oh l'arrêt violent après ça doit faire mal. Mais ben dis donc.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
Okay.
Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
from square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96.
C'est ça.
And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint, got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Ok. Ah, j'ai quand même des silencieux. x9, j'ai 9 silencieux quand même. Ah, mais ils me remettent tout, non? C'est ça? Ok. Ok. Attendez, nourriture. Ah non, j'ai pas tout. Nourriture a dû pourrir. Ok. Comment ça va faire de la nourriture? Un petit serpent. Et j'ai pas de... Ouais, j'ai pas le tranquillisant. Comment je fais pour... Hein? Titic. J'ai tapé sur quoi? Ok. Je peux pas secouer l'arbre pour plus de mes trucs. Crapaud. 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 Ça va être parti. Ok. Hop hop hop. Espérez quoi, petit coquin? Il y a un serpent qui s'amuse de se pendre là. Tac. Qu'est-ce que je fais un cheval en pleine jungle? C'est Léa en plus. Il y a quelqu'un qui est venu là alors.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home.
Ça commence bien.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
Encore une petite côte cassée là. C'est toujours bien.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
C'est bizarre comment les balles elles partent.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Il a pas compris que je partirais pas. Hein.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
Alors une côte cassée, la main brisée. Décidément, chaque fois tu te fais laminer quand tu la rencontres.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, You'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Ouais, il va falloir que d'ailleurs que je me soigne. On est d'accord? Quoi? Partons. Partons. Je suis pas blessé là. C'est toujours drôle ça.
Huh? Someone there.
Et merde.
Hein?
Tire-toi. Heureusement qu'il m'en restait ça. Ok. Voyons voir. Beaucoup mieux. Et merde. Juste un couteau et ma bite. Pas le choix. Je vais devoir le faire la real man. Ah oui, je crois que si je le fais coucher par contre, c'est bon, non? Un truc du genre. Pas ça? Attendez. Obligé de le faire à la mano. Désolé. Je crois que coucher, je peux pas couler. Un truc du genre. Ah, oh, c'est pire, hein. C'est ça? Ouais, c'est pire. Ok. Je croyais que coucher t'allais plus loin, mais non, autant pour moi. Désolé, je me mutais parce que je poussais un coup là. Ok. Ok. Tiens, tiens. Mais t'es sérieux là? Mais... Allez, je touche là. Je peux pas, non. Oh shit. Ouais, non, hein, m'attends pas trop, toi. Hein. Fais gaffe à ce que tu fais, toi. Hop. Ok. Et les papillons, les papillons. Les papillons. Non. Prends un coup des Chinois. Hop. Là on est bien. Oh, en plus on a du sérum avec le lapin là. Ah, des grenades paralysantes ici. Il y a du stuff qui a été lâché ici. Attends une seconde. Ouais, c'est une plante. Désinfectant. Parfaitement parfait. Grenade. Mais c'est quoi ces grenades là que j'ai? Paralysante, j'imagine. Bon, désolé, je reviens, je vais faire une petite pause bio. Voilà. À tout de suite. Ok, re. Ah, désolé, ça m'avait pris un peu de temps là. C'est une envie pressante. D'un coup. Ça arrive, comme tout le monde. Je me rappelle plus où j'en étais. Ah ouais, je vois. Y'a que le petit crapaud à côté là. Il me nargue. Alors, il me nargue bien. Hop. Voilà. Hop. Ok. Je peux pas monter. Il n'y avait rien ici, je crois. En fait. Pas de plantes, juste de serpents. Ok. Je vais où comme ça là? Ok, mais... Je vais vers où?
Major.
Snake, the boss is your enemy. You've got to accept that reality. Adam is waiting for you at the abandoned factory to the north of your current position. Head north.
Nord. Et c'est où le nord, bordel de merde? C'est ici, c'est ça. Je sais pas où est le nord parce que le sonar il tourne en même temps que moi. Ah mais non mais c'est le point rouge le nord, c'est ça? Ah. Et si. C'est la même map où j'avais perdu mon sac la dernière fois, non? Oh, quand même. Elle ressemble vachement, hein. Donc je me suis trompé de côté quand je suis parti. Un peu du milieu, petit gap. Hop, voilà. Trop l'être dans la boue, ça fait de mal à personne. Ok. Thérapie. Avant que le serpent me morde. Ah, merci.
What's that?
Oh. Attends une seconde, pourquoi mon camouflage est pas bon là? Ma gueule? Hein? Hein? Ah, parce que c'est la pierre, ok. Oh, putain, 10%.
Huh? Who's that? Radio, get us back up.
Wow. Voilà. Voilà, c'est bon. L'homme est mort. Grenade. merde, il est là-bas là. Allez, allez. Faut que je me tire.
Over there? What's wrong?
Tout va bien.
What the? Huh? I hear something.
Non, c'est pas vrai.
What the? Is that him? I see him.
Hop. Hop là. C'était très beau hein, comme mouvement, tout ça. Franchement on a ressenti une énergie incroyable. Putain. C'est le tour, on va monter sur la droite. Hein. Allez, s'il te plaît, merci. Alors le camouflage sur l'arbre par contre c'est particulier. Hop. Je dois guérir, fait chier. Coupure, sangsue. Sangsue. Sangsue attachée au corps. L'endurance diminuera tant que les sangsues seront attachées. Brûlez-les avec une cigare allumée. Coupure profonde. Ça. Faut forcément utiliser. Stitique aussi. Hein. Pas de long camp, mais du stitique, je sais pas quoi là. Ouais, ça, c'est pour les brûlures. Ah ouais. C'est ça que je cherchais.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Huh? Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Comment ça? Oh merde. Ah merde, mais descends. Ouais. On sait pas où aller. On ne sait pas où aller. Je suis perdu. Quoi? 95%. Ah mais ça c'est pas juste. Mais j'ai pas d'heure. Ah mais si je suis bête. Prenez ça dans votre gueule. Ça va bien te paralyser, ça, mon salaud. Arme. Grenade et grenade. Oh voilà. Non, c'est pas moi, j'ai un alibi chez le cinéma. C'est bon là? Vous êtes tous calmés ou pas?
We've lost sight of the enemy. He's definitely here somewhere. Flush him out.
Chose qui grogne à côté là. Il faut de la nourriture. Parfait. Bah, couche-toi! Le perso il veut pas se coucher. C'est bizarre, il voulait pas se coucher mon perso. Par contre, la discrétion quoi. Noir sur noir, il n'y a plus d'espoir. Tu me cherches là. Il y a la bagarre. Bon, vous avez mis le chat à la grappe. Pourquoi il veut pas se lever? Il se passe un truc, je sais pas, mais... Un truc qui va pas. Une personne ne réagit pas normalement. C'est bizarre. Un truc à me donner ou pas? Nord dans le détecteur de mouvement. Et le nord est toujours par là, à droite. Par ici le nord. Ok, c'est là-bas qu'il faut que j'aille. Oh, t'as rien vu du tout. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, visage. Oh, c'est bon. Passez, s'il vous plaît, passez. Emmerdez plus. Histoire que je me tire d'ici. Hop. Ok. Je suis plus blessé? Ok. Donc que je me repose. Même bon, il y a une semaine. Ah, je peux pas avoir les deux en même temps. Ouais, j'avais cru qu'ils allaient décider un truc. Ça va m'emmerder, n'est-ce pas? Ça va m'emmerder, je le sens gros comme une maison. Ils ont l'air très sérieux, ils ne demandent pas ni rien à part lui là. Galère sur le pont, dis donc. Eh ben dis donc, prends ton temps. des objets sous le pont. Là, je savais pas. Vous pouvez vous casser ou pas? Noir, il me donne pas plus de... Si. Il me donne plus de pourcentage de camouflage. Lui, il va un peu plus vite, donc c'est bien. Ah, le 0, c'est pas par rapport au nord, c'est par rapport à moi. Non, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai. Te calme, oui. Oh, mais non, mais... Ouh. Ok. Allez. Uniforme goutte d'eau. Grenade fumigène. Médicule. La goutte d'eau, du coup, j'ai. Ok. Pourquoi pas, hein. Ok.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Punaise. Ils sont embêtants, ces gens-là. Et il est mort, lui. C'est qui la grenade. Ah, il n'y a pas mieux. Ah, t'as tiré, lui. Passe vite fait. Prends ça en passant. Hop. Voilà. Désolé, encore une fois, je me... Hop. Pas besoin de guérir. Contre une petite nourriture, ça peut pas faire de mal. Hein. La chèvre et tout, là. C'est ça. Ah. Ok. Tous en alerte. C'est quoi, non? Quoique, si. Si. Alors... C'est bon. Ah non, c'est juste un panneau. Pas de bruit, mais un panneau quand même. merde ce serpent là. Mais allez, mais colle-toi au mur. Merci. Non, c'est pas vrai, j'ai un alibi, je te sais main.
Did you hear those footsteps?
Non, y a pas de trace de pas là, tu te fous de ma gueule. Mais non, mais... Vous foutez de moi. Je vous le dis. Non, mais vous foutez de moi, c'est pas possible. Ils ont pas pu entendre mes bruits de pas, j'étais couché. Comment tu peux entendre des bruits de pas couché, tu m'expliques? Carton A, ouais. Hop. Voilà, mais tirez-vous entre vous dans les pieds là. Ça picote, hein. Du pain dur. Ça picotille et picota. Oh merde. Oh putain, parfait. Ouf.
Did you hear that noise?
Merde. C'est comment moi pour... Tu vas me guérir, non? Même pas? Putain, avec tout ce que j'ai pris. Ah, normalement, je dois avoir des balles. Bah, peut-être que c'est des balles qui m'ont raflé, on va dire, et puis voilà. Hein. Je suis devenu fortune. Ok. Je dois donc aller au nord. J'imagine que je dois encore aller là-bas. Ouais, encore là-bas. Comment je fais pour quoi que ce soit là?
Control here. Lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
10%. Quoi ces conneries? Allez, vite, vite, vite. Là dedans. Ok. Tu sais, après, si je suis dedans, c'est ça. Plus ça. C'est bon, hein, personne ne me voit. Hein. 60%, c'est tout? Ouais. Dingue. Comme j'arrête pas de me faire repérer quoi. Bon, ils vont bientôt retirer leur alerte à la con là.
HQ, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
Ok, on va attendre un peu. Ok. Ok. Oh. Lunettes thermiques. Pour visualiser la distribution des sources de chaleur permettent de voir dans l'obscurité consomme des batteries lors de l'utilisation. Je sais pas s'il y a un moyen de bouger ce lit à part quand Sokolov est là et que je lui dis de bouger le lit peut-être. D'accord. Merde, pas si discret que ça.
I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me! We're trapped.
Get down!
Oh.
There.
Voilà la
Is
réponse.
your answer.
Ah. Les y voilà. Non, c'est pas moi. C'est la caméra, elle fait tout seul.
The name's Eva.
Très intéressant. Intéressant. Je te jure.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
Snake.
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to
Pardon,
the Soviet
j'ai pris un
Union
peu
with
fort.
Adam.
Mauser military.
C'était une arme
The
allemande.
broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Un bandeur de flingue, hein.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Déguisement.
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition.
Ouais,
It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information. Nothing more. You look disappointed.
Ouais.
All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
Je suis quoi, bébé?
What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Ok, bah, c'est bien. Hop, oui. Oh oh. Ouais, c'est pour longue distance alors. Qui elle parle? On a quelqu'un qui est à l'intérieur. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What's the matter?
Des cicatrices.
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle foutait à poil? Une douche ou quoi? Y a pas de douche.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand. We can use this to get to the basement.
Ah, c'est Ocelot.
Damn it! Ocelot!
Il a
I'll
pris un
get past
revolver
them
en
on my
plus.
bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
C'est qu'elle a un super derrière. Tout comme Meryl. Camouflage. Maintenant prendre le kaki basique. Que ceci. J'ai une idée de comment les attirer.
Move!
8 ennemis. Pardon pour le coup de micro. C'était pas voulu.
Did we lose him? What? Not here? He's not here? Keep looking. Move!
Vous êtes tous morts. Ma flamme a été ravivée. Bon, dis donc. Détecteur de mine. Il fait du bruit lorsqu'il détecte les mines. Ok. Quoi? Où est-ce que... Ah, tu m'as vu d'au-dessus. Salaud. Je vais refaire le même coup. Ils vont rien comprendre. Où est-ce que je suis passé? Putain. C'est avec quoi je vais y aller comme un real man. Faut tous rien comprendre. A real fucking man. Bah dis donc. Oh. Bah dis donc. Sont tous foutus. Qu'il n'y a pas besoin de me guérir. Il y a un qui est en haut, n'est-ce pas? Bientôt crever. C'était quoi l'autre arme? Ah, on ne peut pas savoir? Attendez. Il m'a donné deux pistolets, non? Ah, le MK22. D'accord. Ok. T'es sérieux? Ennemis. La fin est bientôt proche, mon gros. Sac à dos. Ah mais c'est quand même tranquillisant. Je savais pas que c'était que tranquillisant par contre. Tiens, on va essayer de dropper de l'autre des armes, des weapons. Ah, un petit silencieux, ça fait pas de mal. Bah, essaye de loot tous les trucs possibles. Hein. Pas besoin d'être guéri d'ailleurs. Non. Je peux pas l'escalader ce petit muret là. C'est pas ça. Hein? Je vais pas... Ok. Pas du tout à ce à quoi je pensais. Je croyais que j'avais vu un truc au loin, mais apparemment non. Une K22 silencieux. 19-11. Nourriture maximum. Ah ouais? Ça, c'est dégueulasse. Mais autant se prendre. Ok, rien ici. Hop, 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 hop. Hop. C'était le dernier ennemi. Ah, mais ils ont rajouté un petit muret pendant la nuit ou quoi? Je vais te rejoindre au nord normalement. Hein. Normalement c'est au nord que je dois aller.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so.
What? Profite, hein.
A female spy?
Profite un peu lentement, hein. Longuement, je veux dire.
This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
Oui, parce qu'il a déjà tiré ses 6 coups, ce con. Il a pas compté. C'est marrant de voir un ocelot complètement noob dans sa profession, quoi. Ouf. Oh, le hypercute de moto, là.
Six shots. That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Elle a ouvert le passage. Ok. Allez, on peut se remettre dans la tenue qu'il faut. Kaki là, hop. Voilà. On a bien crâné devant le... devant le solot. fait du bien. Hop là. Insecticide. Merde, il pleut. Wow. Bonjour l'alligator. Mais... Putain... Attends une seconde. Pourquoi j'ai pas mon... Les jumelles. Médicaments de vie. Ah, j'ai trop de choses. Ah, ce connard, ça sert à rien. Ouais, je vois pas totalement où sont les trucs. Hein. J'en vois un peu là, mais c'est mieux de les voir à l'œil nu. Encore un champignon ou pas? Ration russe. Merde, j'ai passé le truc, fait chier.
Snake, look at your body.
Yep. Looking good.
Not there.
Then where?
See the leeches?
Leeches?
Yeah, you've got leeches all over you. Leeches will sometimes attach themselves to you if you spend a long time in the water or the swamp. When you've got leeches on you, they'll suck your blood, causing you to lose stamina. You should get rid of them as soon as possible. To get rid of leeches, go into Cure in the survival viewer and press your cigar into them. Or, if you use the insecticidal bug juice ahead of time, the leeches won't bother you as long as the bug juice is in effect.
Intéressant. Alors... Ah! Ah non, c'est dans le cucu. Et parce qu'on peut zoomer, je crois aussi, il me semble. Hein? Je peux pas zoomer? Il me semblait que je pouvais zoomer. Ah, ça y est, comme ça. Vous voyez, petite sangsue là dans le cucu. Hop, dans le cucu. Bah dis donc, j'ai à peine fait un pas.
Snake, are you there?
Eva?
Did you miss me?
Did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traders have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking, until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment and by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth, then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying, too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Ok.
That area is known as Chorny Prud. The name means something like the Black Shore in Russian. It got its name from the deep swamp that covers the area. The crocodiles in that swamp are extremely vicious. Apparently, they've already chewed up a bunch of soldiers out on patrol. Now no one even dares to go near the swamp. They said that most of the soldiers who were killed were attacked from behind while they were in the water. You be careful out there.
Ah, j'aime bien attaquer par derrière. Par contre, j'ai vu, hein. Il y a quelque chose là-bas. Beaucoup de choses là-bas. Déjà, il y a un piège ici. Allons voir. Je crois que je me suis fait sucer. Encore une fois, un endroit que je ne peux pas vraiment monter. Comment ils veulent que je monte ça? Oh, je me suis encore fait sucer le cul. Peut-être en allant là? Il veut pas que je monte. J'arrête pas de toucher mon cul. Il s'en tue. Ici. Pas l'équilibriste. Ah mais non, non. Ok, pas l'équilibriste, j'ai compris, j'ai compris. Oh, je me suis encore fait sucer le cul. Ah bon. Oh, vous pouvez arrêter de me sucer le cul? Oh, l'idole dans le cucu là. Ah bah non. Vu que le jeu les a pas encore retirés, ok. Attends une seconde. Ouais, ça ramène quelque part d'autre. C'est ce que je me disais. Hop. Tac. Hop. Par contre, vite fait, faut que je mange. Hein, parce que sinon, ça va piquer. Ouais, c'est bien ce que je me disais. Ouais, c'est bien ce que je me disais. Beaucoup mieux le serpent, hein. Ah, ça m'a redonné de l'endurance, ça passe. Allez, vas-y, allez. Allez, allez. Encore tout ça juste pour un carton, je suis sûr, mais bon. Casse-croque. Quoi ça? Casse-croque. C'est là? Casquette crocodile. Ah, c'est pour ce... D'accord. Je vois très bien le truc. Je vois très bien à quoi ça sert. Pour quand tu nages. Ok. Bon, c'est super, ça peut servir. Ça peut très clairement servir. Boîte en carton par contre. On va plutôt aller... C'est par là-bas du coup. Waouh! Ouais, mais là, vite, dépêche-toi. Vite, vite. Oh, je me suis encore fait sucer le cul. Voilà. Alors, qui c'est qui me suce le cul, là? Encore là. Ok. Ah ouais, je serais tombé dans l'eau et puis après j'aurais pu... Qui a posé ces pièges là?
The crevice that leads to the cave is still a ways to the north. Keep heading that way.
Ok.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector.
Ooh.
If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Ok. Intéressant. La mission commence enfin. Je vais sauvegarder ici les amis. Et on va s'arrêter là. Désolé pour vous. Et puis on se dit à la prochaine. Avec grand plaisir. Hein, c'est la fin de l'épisode 1. On a fait quand même 4 heures de live environ. C'est bien.
Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago.
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.